as to the question of the unity of the united opposition, I can tell you from an insider that there is nothing that is going to create any rift between the principals and the partners. Irrespective of the pronouncements, we are focused in making sure that we understand that our unity is the only conveyor belt to a one term, to the reality of the one term, and to the realization of one term. Yes, I agree with what JB Muturi has indicated. He has given a very good justification why time is of the essence. He has reminded us what happened with President Kibaki and the pronouncement of the Kibaki Tosha and the consequences that ensued. The difference between Kibaki Tosha and the Moi succession scheme and today is one, that in 2002, we were going through a transitional process. A government was exiting and another one was coming into power. The current situation is whereby the united opposition wants to dislodge a sitting government with the potentiality of coming back, the constitutional potentiality and the constitutional reality of them coming back for a subsequent 5 years. In 2002, we were looking at a government that had extinguished and exhausted its term. That therefore means it is for us to determine who is going to be our presidential candidate as early as we can. Remember, in 2020, it was a transitional period. Azimio took quite long to name their presidential candidate. And you could remember every time Kasongo would say, tuonyesheni ni nani ninapigana na yeye. Mimi niko hapa, just show me who is running against me. You could see the condescending attitude and approach Kasongo was approaching the whole process. We do not want to find ourselves in that situation anymore. And that is why JB indicated that if I am not going to be the favorable candidate for the united opposition, I will support His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka. I totally find nothing wrong with that. Noting that I think a month ago, PNU, through its party leader, Peter Munya, clearly indicated that he endorsed and supported Matiang'i. So in a political space such as this one, where everybody has a right, as a freedom of conscience, freedom of expression, freedom to incline and be associated with a political affiliation, I think it is justified for somebody to be not to be measured, not to be muted. It is, I think, justifiable for somebody to express his opinion or his positioning. And that's where JB Muturi was coming from. This ought not to cause anxiety. Why? Because the endorsement of any presidential candidate is within the united opposition. Now, nobody from the united opposition has endorsed any other party who is not a member of the united opposition. There's absolutely nothing wrong with any other person endorsing any other person within the united opposition. The person who can reclaim this country, a person who can reconstruct this country, a person who can restore hope to the hopeless is none other than Kalonzo Musyoka. It is about the question of having a Kibaki moment. And that Kibaki moment finds himself in the man called Kalonzo Musyoka. And why was Kibaki able to develop this country the way he developed? Why was Uhuru able to develop this country because the way he developed? They never developed this country because they are Kikuyus. They developed this country because they believe in the rule of law. They implemented it to the extent of their ability. If William Ruto wanted to change the lives of our people, the plight of the Kenyans, he had only one thing: implement the constitution, observe the rule of law, respect the institutions created therein, because these institutions complement our democracy. So that is why today, Kalonzo Musyoka is the best bet for this country. He understands. I have heard him several times. I am told that I follow him like a puppy. Yes, I follow him like a puppy because I have had this clarity of mind in the manner in which he understands the importance and the place of the place for the rule of law in a country. Those countries that have developed, be it Norway, be it Singapore, be it the United States of America, be it the cottage, the growth of the cottage industries in India, be it Malaysia or the Asian tigers, to name them, they have developed because they have instilled the culture for the respect of the rule of law. They have first of all sorted their softwares before sorting the hardware. And that is what the alternative united government is seeking to do, to address the software, inculcate the values and the principles of governance and Article 10 into our hearts. The values and the principles of governance and Article 10 speaks about one, respect for the rule of law. Number two, equality before the law. Number three, equity. Number four, social justice. Number five, democracy. Number six, the participation of the people. Number seven, good governance. Number eight, accountability. Number 10, transparency. Number 11, sustainable development. When you speak about sustainable development, we are saying that we need to preserve and conserve our environment. We are saying that we are not going to go to Karura Forest and cut down trees just because you are greedy, you want to put up a hotel. We are saying we will respect our environment. You will not go to Masai Mara, block the river and the wild beast immigration because you are profit-oriented. We want to coexist with our environment. We want the environment to help us as we help it. We want to have an inter and intra-generational equity in the manner in which we look at our sustainability. We are looking at preserving our indigenous seeds. We are looking at our food sovereignty. We are looking at the question of food security, which will entail the question of quality and quantity. So we will not just be looking at how much food are we producing. We'll also be asking ourselves, how quality is this food? So that is the importance of the restoration of the rule of law in this country. And therefore, I want to urge anybody listening to me as I land. If you believe that this country requires change, if you need change, look for that person who is not telling you that I have brought electricity poles to Olkarao, I have brought titles. Look at that person who is telling you that is going to restore the rule of law in this country.